+260-212-615-341. Email marketing@sunfmzambia.net. It's a new dawn of new affordable advertising packages on Zambia's first and finest visual radio, reaching over 5 million people across the whole country. If you're not advertising on Sun FM TV, then you're probably not being heard or seen. Come on board and advertise with us. Everyone's not only listening, everyone is watching.
Sun FM, broadcasting from the Copperbelt capital, Ndola City.
This is your favourite station. The news.
Hello, to present the news, my name is Emil Dachkwati. The headlines. Government has announced that 1,500 teachers recruited on a replacement basis were successively placed on the payroll in 2025, with the remaining 500 expected to be added by the end of January 2025. Ministry of Defense Permanent Secretary Mambo Hamaundu has urged for practical and lasting solutions to the ongoing insecurity in the Democratic Republic of Congo and the wider Great Lakes region. Ndola Mayor Jones Kaliati has emphasized the Ndola City Council's role and mandate as a driving force in ensuring cleanliness across the city's markets. Power Dynamo's head coach Oswald Mutapa says his side is stronger and more balanced than the team that lifted the league title last season as the Kitwe Giants prepare for tomorrow's away clash against Mutondo Stars at Arthur Davis Stadium.
The news. 88.5 Sun FM.
The government has announced that 1,500 teachers recruited on a replacement basis were successively placed on the payroll in 2025, with the remaining 500 expected to be added by the end of January 2025. Ministry of Education Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Dr. Kelvin Mambwe, said the ministry has fast-tracked the process to ensure that all recruited teachers receive their salaries without delay. Speaking in an interview with Sun FM TV News, Dr. Mambwe further disclosed that the recruitment of 3,500 teachers for 2026 is scheduled to commence in the first quarter of the year. He assured the public that government has adequate resources to support both newly recruited teachers and those already in service.
Additional 3,500 for this year. So we are doing quite well, and in due course the public will be informed when this recruitment process, particularly for the 3,500 teachers, will be met. We are hoping that this will be met in the first quarter of the year. Then regarding payroll issues on those teachers that we recruited through replacement, I should inform the nation now that about 1,500 teachers were placed on the payroll last month, December 2025, and we're hoping the remaining few will be on the payroll this month. And I think those who are complaining, those teachers that have been missed out of the payroll.
Ministry of Defense Permanent Secretary Mambo Hamaundu has urged for practical and lasting solutions to the ongoing insecurity in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, and the wider Great Lakes region. Speaking at an extraordinary meeting of the International Conference on the Great Lakes region, ICGLR, in Livingston, Mr. Hamaundu said continued conflict and hostility in the region highlight the urgent need for coordinated action to address the root causes of instability which have led to widespread displacement. He emphasized the role of chiefs of defense forces as the critical link between political decisions and action on the ground, stressing that peace efforts must deliver tangible outcomes for affected communities. Mr. Hamaundu noted that the region continues to face serious threats, including cross-border crime, illegal trafficking of arms and human beings, which undermine peace and stability. He insisted that these challenges require regional cooperation rather than isolated national responses. He urged defense forces to ensure that resolutions and recommendations from the meeting are fully implemented.
The outcome of this meeting should empower our ministers with actionable advice, forged in consensus and anchored in our shared vision of stability. May your conclusions today echo as a solemn commitment to unity, resilience, and lasting peace across the Great Lakes region. As the host of this meeting, the Republic of Zambia reaffirms its unwavering commitment to these efforts. We stand ready to work hand in hand with our brothers and sisters across the region to consolidate peace, strengthen security, and promote sustainable development.
Meanwhile, ICGLR Executive Secretary Movita Luavilwa also called for urgent collective action, warning that insecurity and the humanitarian situation in Eastern DRC remain serious despite recent peace agreements. Mr. Luavilwa said there has been no significant improvement on the ground following the Washington Accords signed by the DRC and Rwanda in December 2025, citing continued fighting, lack of trust, and the absence of a lasting ceasefire. He emphasized the need to operationalize the expanded joint verification mechanism plus to monitor compliance and support peace efforts across the region. Mr. Luabelwa further expressed concern over the rising number of refugees and internally displaced persons, condemning territorial advances by armed groups. He called for strict adherence to the Pact on Security, Stability and Development, particularly the Protocol on Non-Aggression and Mutual Defense.
It is imperative, it is necessary that we as a collective body reinforce our efforts to tackle the root causes of instability that have plagued our region for far too long. I want to express our deep concern about the humanitarian crisis resulting from the ongoing violence. The situation has led to widespread displacement, with many civilians fleeing their homes due to escalating conflicts. The rising number of refugees and internally displaced persons highlight the urgency of our discussions. We must, and we should, prioritize their welfare and work towards restoring peace and security in the region. This crisis requires our immediate attention. This crisis requires our immediate action. This crisis requires our immediate action, as it were.
Ndola Mayor Jones Kaliati has emphasized the Ndola City Council's role and mandate as a driving force in ensuring cleanliness across the city's markets. Speaking during the Keep Zambia Clean campaign, Mr. Kaliati reaffirmed that keeping markets clean is one of the core responsibilities of the Ndola City Council, and management remains committed to ensuring cleanliness across the city. He urged members of the public who often complain about the council's health department to appreciate the challenges it faces, including limited resources.
We have taken a different turn, a different twist in terms of gifts. Normally, the gifting of Christmas babies, New Year babies, was a preserve of the city father. We used to go to hospitals to give them gifts. I must mention that in the last recent, because of politics, every other MP has wanted to reach out to give those hampers, and probably as a way of making a name, as a way of campaigning, which is actually not supposed to be the case. So what we thought, me and my team at the council, is that let's have this twist.
Meanwhile, Ndola District Commissioner Precious Njakwa said government, through the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit, DMMU, constructed the Kapalala Market shelter for the benefit of traders. She emphasized that cleanliness at Kapalala Market is non-negotiable, adding that every week officials will join marketeers in sweeping to maintain hygiene and prevent outbreaks of diseases such as cholera.
So the best we can do is to start with maybe schools, whereby the school-going children, they are also aware that there's something called climate change, there's something called defending the environment as well as keeping it green and keeping it clean. So you find that most of us that are going
always report what is there, always report factor. So always need you to be closer to the leaders as we do our daily programs. So every day actually, the minister has programs, the PS has programs, I equally have programs. So please send your people to those offices to get news and disseminate to the community. The community that way will be grateful to know, to read what is happening in terms of government projects and other things. Yeah, so I'm so happy to be here. We'll continue visiting you. Yeah.
Drivers, Vendors and Marketeers Association of Zambia President Mumba Mwaba also highlighted the importance of collective responsibility, saying the cleanliness of markets demonstrates what can be achieved when members of the public work together.
Together with the district officials, this shows a greater effort that together all of us can work together and improve and make sure that Ndola is clean and clean. I think this is a cardinal thing for me as the Dreamer President, to see that everybody is down on the ground to make sure that we work and clean the environment of Kapalala. Not only Kapalala, we are going to extend this to all the markets that we have here in Ndola district to make sure that we've got cleaner markets for everybody to be in a safer environment.
The Sanity Group, led by Keep Zambia Clean and Green and Healthy campaign ambassador Nathan Muleba, has taken the initiative to clean parts of Kasumbalesa by removing garbage from drainages and surrounding areas. Mr. Muleba said his team regularly clears waste from blocked drainages and transports it to designated disposal points where the local council is expected to collect it. He explained that in a single day, the team cleans the area every 2 hours to ensure it remains clean and free from garbage. The campaign ambassador, however, expressed concern that other sections which fall under the responsibility of the council remain dirty. He noted that these areas continue to experience blocked drainages due to poor waste management. Mr. Muleba has since called for improved efforts from the council to complement community-led initiatives and help maintain cleanliness in Kasumbalesa.
The Keep Zambia Clean, Green and Health campaign ambassador Nathan Muleba, together with his sanity team, has taken the lead in cleaning the area from Gomes up to the main drainage system in Kasumbalesa. Speaking during an inspection with Concord Radio News, Mr. Muleba said his team has been carrying out clean-up activities in the area, including clearing garbage from open spaces and drainages. He explained that the collected waste is being taken to designated dumping points where the local council is expected to collect it. Mr. Mleba noted with concern that some areas which fall under responsibility of the council remain dirty, despite the council having machinery meant for waste management.
Because of making sure so Monica. Those are the results because the party won't change. So I mean, state here now we are standing yaisa pamungu ya kwata papu ya punch as a result kukalira ya tampanu kunungu, which is not okay. And here there is machinery, as I stated. Council as an institution it has machinery. So they can do monotila play bomba imirimu kulingana ko ikiro kubombeka.
He has since called on the council to place escape bins at Kaikai area, which he described as a central trading point. Mr. Mleba said that the current main garbage disposal site is too far, making it difficult for many traders to dispose of waste properly.
Along the street. This is pure lane. Pure lane you can put a bin so that service. If drainage so, I have so. As an ambassador, we want order concerning source.
The campaign ambassador also appealed to the council to improve its waste management efforts to help prevent outbreaks of diseases such as cholera, which affected the area last year. He emphasized that maintaining cleanliness is a shared responsibility and urged both authorities and residents to work together to keep Kasumbalesa clean, green and healthy. Dina Soko reporting for Concord Radio News.
United Party for National Development UPND Media Director Maximoe has advised opposition parties to join the ruling party, arguing that they have reached their climax and are no longer able to provide effective checks and balances. Speaking in an interview with Sun FM TV News, Simoe expressed concern over the absence of credible opposition political parties. He pointed to the Patriotic Front, PF, which was removed from the Tonse Alliance as evidence of decline, saying the party effectively died after the passing of former President Michael Sata. He added that the PF has failed to make decisions favorable to all political parties within the alliance. Mr. Simoe emphasized that the political fraternity must clearly define its role in ensuring accountability in governance. He urged the political parties to join the ruling UPND, noting that many alliance leaders have already departed. He described the UPND as a training ground for numerous political party leaders, stressing that it provides a platform for growth and leadership development.
They are not providing any alternative. So we are worried that when we do not have a credible opposition to put us on our toes, certain things may even be done with unchecked. So we want to obviously look forward to a time when the real opposition, maybe in the future, for some years to come, we emerge, not the crop of politicians that we have in the opposition today, who are basically comedians. Advising them to stand alone can't work because they have reached their climax. They are there to demonstrate their limit in terms of reasoning. We can only invite them to join the UPND, which is a training ground for politicians. You look at most of the politicians that are trying in a way to perform a bit, they come from the UPND.
Copper Belt's coordinator for the Sheris Coalition, Mr. Kalunga, has stressed the importance of involving more women in the fight against climate change, noting that women defenders and journalists often face harassment, legal intimidation, online abuse, isolation, and gender-based threats that make it difficult for them to operate safely and effectively. Mr. Kalunga said strengthening networks and coalitions is essential to ensure safety, resilience, and sustained impact in environmental advocacy. He explained that strong networks reduce isolation and build collective strength, making it harder to silence individuals who speak out against environmental injustices. He added that solidarity enables rapid response during threats or attacks, shared knowledge and resources, as well as emotional and professional support. Mr. Kalunga further emphasized that coalition building allows journalists, environmental defenders, legal experts, civil society organizations, and media houses to work in coordination rather than in silos. He called for structured across networks and support mechanisms such as legal aid, digital safety, and psychosocial support that recognize gender-specific risks.
We held this media briefing to discuss various strides that have been made in line with climate action led by women. We wanted to mobilize different female journalists from within the district, as well as CSOs and CPOs who are actively engaging in climate action-related programs in the community. So we took this as a feedback meeting to hear what challenges these CSOs and the journalists are facing in line with climate.
Manual Lead Foundation Zambia Communications Officer Precious Walia said civil society organizations must develop clear strategies to effectively sensitize communities on environmental issues. Ms. Walia added that resource mobilization is equally critical to ensure that environmental awareness programs run smoothly and sustainably.
So the best we can do is to start with maybe schools, whereby the school-going children, they are also aware that there's something called climate change, there's something called defending the environment as well as keeping it green and keeping it clean. So you find that most of us that are grown, we do this thing, we have these standards of just doing things anyhow. So if we want to look at the climate change and to ensure that we maintain what we are talking about when it comes to environmental defense, making sure that the environment is in a good position for us humans to live on.
Also commenting, journalist Lombichiti highlighted challenges faced by the media in covering environmental issues and stressed the need for stronger collaboration between journalists and civil society organizations. Ms. Chiti further emphasized the importance of holding more capacity-building workshops, stating that women in the media should go beyond reporting environmental challenges and actively contribute to solutions.
And the media coming together with the CVOs and, of course, the community-based organizations and Free Press Initiative and SheRise just shows us how much collaboration is still needed. This, of course, sets the tone also for the year 2026 and how we still need a lot of gaps to be filled, with the major highlight being the information gap that still needs to be filled, of course, between the media, the activist groups, as well as government. Government is a key player in this. ZEMA, we need them to be more engaged this year.
This is the news on Sun FM Radio and TV. We'll take a break.
The long-awaited MTN Super League is here and is live on Top Star. This is more than football. It's pride, it's rivalry, and it's glory. As Zambia's greatest football league takes center stage, heroes are made, rivals collide, and passions rise. From Kitwe to Lusaka, from Undola to Mazabuka, every goal, every cheer, every moment comes alive on Top Star, the MTN Super League. Our game, our pride, our home. Bola Yatu. Subscribe today and watch it all live in HD on Top Star and the Star Times Own Up. Top Star, the official broadcaster of the MTN Super League.
In sports news now, Power Dynamo's head coach Oswald Mutapa says his side is stronger and more balanced than the team that lifted the league title last season as the Kitwe Giants prepare for tomorrow's away clash against Mutondo Stars at Arthur Davis Stadium. Speaking ahead of the encounter, Mutapa stressed that belief and consistency will be crucial if Power Dynamos are to retain the title. He pointed to last season's second half consistency as the foundation of their championship triumph, noting that replicating that run will be key in the current campaign. Mutapa confirmed that Power Dynamos have a full squad available despite a congested fixture list that includes both league and continental assignments. He added that a squad rotation would be necessary to maintain balance and performance levels. Highlighting the importance of starting the new year with a victory, Mutapa warned against complacency, insisting that his players must approach every match with full focus. Power Dynamos currently sit third on the league table with 26 points from 14 matches, firmly in contention as the title race begins to take shape. In contrast, hosts Mutondo Stars are struggling near the bottom end of the table, sitting 16th with 11 points from 14 games played. The game between Power Dynamos and Mutondo Stars is scheduled to kick off at 15 hours Central African Time. To end the news, the headlines once again. Government has announced that 1,500 teachers recruited on a replacement basis were successfully placed on the payroll in 2025, with the remaining 500 expected to be added by the end of January 2026. Ministry of Defense Permanent Secretary Mambo Hamaundu has urged for practical and lasting solutions to the ongoing insecurity in the Democratic Republic of Congo and the wider Great Lakes region. Ndola Mayor Jones Kaliati has emphasized the Ndola City Council's role and mandate as a driving force in ensuring cleanliness across the city's markets. Power Dynamo's head coach Oswald Mutapa says his side is stronger and more balanced than the team that lifted the league title last season as the Kitwe Giants prepare for tomorrow's away clash against Mutondo Stars at Arthur Davis Stadium. Ends the news. Thank you so much for your company. My name is Imelda Chkwati.
Sun FM.
It's Christmas time on Top Star. Starting 15th November, enjoy amazing deals and